bit of product placement. YouTube, what's going on? Welcome to the video, and more importantly, welcome to the off season. Officially it's here. It's been 9 weeks now roughly since I won the NAB Wales. Not sure if I told you that. And me and Carl consciously took that time off for me to just get back to normal. Obviously hormonally, but in real life as well, with the family, being present, being on a few trips away, obviously Toronto with Carl, Dubai with the missus, Turkey with the family. We've got one more trip booked next week with our friends to somewhere in Spain called Benidorm on a couple's weekend away. And then after that, we are fully going to be a bodybuilder again. No more drinking until like Christmas or whatever. So I'm excited, but I wanted to start the series now, as I did with the prep, document it from the very start to the end. I wanted to start, from the very beginning of this off season. Carl sent my plan yesterday, and we are back on the logbook. I threw this away about 18 months ago because just being in different gyms, training, around the UK when I'm filming with Magic Eye, it was hard to track my progress where I was using different kit constantly. It's hard to get like a full solid run at home in Planet Fitness Tredegar. So I'm bringing this logbook back in just to record obviously my own stats in terms of like weight and what Carl is sending me calorically and everything like that, but just like compounds. So I want to make the most progress I've ever made. Just to give you some brief history for those that don't know, like I started this stuff like 8 years ago and I was fat, out of shape, just dad bod. And then that first year I took it right down to like a blank canvas, did some silly shit to get the body fat off, but I got down to like 155. And then I stepped on stage 2 years later, so that was 2014, 2016, did the show, naturally I was 165, and obviously did the show this year and I was like 203. So I've roughly put on like 50 pounds of muscle over the last 8 years in total. But what I want to do over the next however long is just make the most progress I've ever made, because I'm looking at this as like my first official off season, and in the same breath it's my last because of my age. I really don't want to push things too hard after the big 4-0, and now is the time to like really rinse it, because like in here, what I know about training, I'm the best I've ever been. The performance in the gym is the best it's ever been. The coach I've got in my corner is one of the best in the world and is on. So I'm going to take you through the whole process. In terms of like frequency for the YouTube channel, it's probably going to be like 2 videos a month. One or two, but it depends if I bring anyone on to film. Like prep kind of cost me a fortune paying videographers, so I want to document it, but I don't want it to be a hindrance to me. So there may be videographer videos on here, it might just be me. I do know that Laz Gelsey that did the show day videos interested in doing some bits for me as well. On that note, I'm also training with the Gelseys as well at GH Gym. So Callum has done my full training plan, and he has kind of okayed it as well that Lisa does some training sessions with me. So I'll be down with her twice a month. Pretty much just hammering my weak areas with her in, with different stimulus, different training techniques. But she did say she wanted to look at my training plan, because then she can kind of tailor her session to what Callum has put down as well. So today is the first rotation of my new pull session. I'm actually training with one of my clients, Matt, who is now just under 8 weeks out from his first show. So we'll train with him, and I'll also get him on camera as well, because we're going to have a look at him post-workout. And I better get to the gym, because I said I'd be there by 5:15. Yeah, it is 5:15 AM, and it's 5 past, so I'll see you at the gym. Come on. Right. March
One more.
Come on then. Elbow. Elbow.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, sure.
Come on, get up. And again. Keep it coming. Two more. And again. Good. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Need a bit of the bottom. Come on. One more. Chest up a bit. Turn to the right. Sort of massive back Turn to the right. Same again on chest up, chest up, back section. The lats feeling when you pause.
Dead.
Nothing there.
Nah, even when I just went to do my lats, but again, it was like as if they just disappeared.
Yeah, though. Sound, like I said, 5.5 weeks really, innit?
Yeah. I've had like, well, let me finish that off now, that's 2.5 litres of water as well already, so let's see then. Whoa. Let's see the rig. Still beautiful. yeah, like he's now breathing backwards.
Effortless, he says. Oh, I think.
Yeah, fucking. I can't believe how tight you still are though. Like, obviously, yeah, even though you can have a bit of water or whatever, but for all the amount that obviously you've gone on holidays twice or whatever, come back and still do have like fucking abs, mate. Look at when you actually turn something like that.
Yeah, it's just.
And like you said, so when we went on the side shot as well, the glutes are still, they're obviously not as prominent, but they're still fucking there, like.
Post the workout time. Just cream of rice, vegan whey. I'm pretty sure you all know how to make cream of rice by now. I use 2 different bowls, so the cream of rice and the vegan whey go in a separate bowl. That's not focusing, never mind. And then I'll put the water in the bowl I'm eating out of, and then I'll put this in and sieve it and mix it in. But yeah, just to let you kind of know where we're at food-wise in a minute. Throughout prep, Carl gave me a set meal plan. So 6 meals a day, every single thing counted to the gram, and I didn't falter from that at all. The good old cream of rice post-workout. I'm pretty sure you all know how to make this by now. It's not rocket science. But just to go over it, I put cream of rice and the vegan whey in a different bowl. I'll add the water to the bowl I'm eating out of, which is roughly 4 times as much water, boiled water, kettle water, as there is cream of rice. And then I'll drop it in and sieve it up, and then jobs are good done. So just to touch on where I'm at food-wise in a minute, we're having a bit of a recomp. I haven't tracked anything in terms of like set calories, set macros for 9 weeks. I've just been kind of going about 70% clean meals, bodybuilding meals, whatever you want to call it, and then having a bit of freedom. But he set my plan yesterday. We're starting this off-season, if you want to call it that, at 3,650 calories on training days, 3,120 on rest days. And then macros today is 300 protein, 50 fat, 500 carbs. Throughout prep, you probably would have seen I ate the same meals every single day, 6 meals a day. However, after numerous conversations, mostly with Mark Hector, because he's doing prep via macros, I thought let's give off-season a go with macros, just so it gives a little bit of freedom. I doubt I'm going to be craving food, because after one day on this plan yesterday, I was pretty full, I'll be honest. So the macros just gives the freedom. I'm not talking going out and smashing McDonald's or KFC or Domino's. That will happen on meals off, but for the most part it'll just be like, for instance, you know, if I fancy having more cream of rice now, I'll have more cream of rice, and then I'll obviously drop carbs later in the day, etc, etc. But that's kind of where we're at starting off. And then rest day calories are, I think it was 500 less, 3,120, and basically we get less carbs, 300 carbs, and we have more fat on rest days. Kind of standard approach. It ain't rocket science. So I'm going to get this down me. Beef chili con carne, braised brisket, hunter's chicken, beef chili con carne, chicken Thai green curry, tagliatelle bolognese. Right, wicked timing from the guys at Revive Nutrition. They contacted me about 6 weeks ago, I think it was, asking if I'm working with anyone on meal preps at the moment, because they'd love to work with myself. Obviously with Magic Eye, I'm always on the road, and to be honest, it's a lifesaver, because I'm either standing there prepping meals to go away for like 2 or 3 days, or having to wing it, and when I'm trying to stay on track, winging it is not what I want to be doing. So these guys have jumped on board with myself. I do have a discount code, it's Magic25, and just to kind of give you some insight into the meals, like this Thai green curry, as you can see the macros are all on there. They'll make whatever meals you need, or they've got like a full menu on their website, which I think it's just revivenutrition.co.uk. Put it up on screen. but they've got like a list of high carb meals, zero carb meals, or like I said, whatever you need. Like obviously Callum has sent my macros through now, so I can pretty much send them my macros and they could send me a bunch of meals that will suit those. So obviously I'm on like 50 gram fat. Some of these are like higher in fat, like we've got 11 grams of fat in this one, and then something like Hunter's chicken is 19 grams of fat, 29 grams of fat in the bolognese. So obviously if I'm on like 50 grams of fat, I can't be using like 29 grams of fat in one meal, so they could send me some of the lower fat options. But yeah, they are killing the game. Just to touch on one more thing as well, obviously Matt I trained with this morning, one of my clients. You're probably wondering, what, one of your clients? I'm actually coaching, something I've done in the background for a long time, but since the comp and prep and everything like that, it's kind of ramped up a little bit, lots of DMs, and I thought I do enjoy doing it, so let's just, you know, bump up the client base. So if you're interested, it's No Limits Online Coaching on Instagram. I'm not looking to be the next big thing coaching, but I do enjoy doing it as like a bit of a side hustle. So yeah, drop me a message. I do only have limited spaces in terms of how many clients I can take on, because obviously Magic Guy is flat out. But yeah, if you are interested, please drop me a message. And I guess that's the end of episode 1 for the Race Against Time Grow. I have bloods booked in on Monday down GAH, also a training session with Lisa straight after it. So what I'm going to do is speak to Laz, see if he's around to pick up the camera, shoot some stuff for me, and then that can be the next episode. So if you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching. Drop me a comment, let me know what you want to see throughout this off-season phase. I'm definitely going to do some eating challenges because I'm keen to do it, donuts and all that shit. So we'll bring all that in, but it's not all about that. It's about making progress. So we're just going to use that whilst we still can. But thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm getting on the road now because I've got to get up to Mark Hector in 3 hours to film for the JP website. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.